General, I wish the topics in your book were ancient history or fantasy or science fiction. Sadly, in reality, what you saw, did, and learned has never been more relevant to the choices that we have before us in the Middle East.
The fact that the military is wholly subordinate to civilian authority, I would argue, is far more important than the character of any individual decision. We almost dislocated our shoulder, patting ourselves on the back about how we were leaving the region to go to the Pacific. It was surprisingly maladroit, poorly messaged. It was an act almost of strategic incompetence. Iran it's going to be a regional hegemon. It's not going away. No maximum pressure campaign is going to cause the nation of Iran to go away. I'm not optimistic about the current leadership changing right now. They've got a death grip on power. And you know, we often in the United States, we see the protests in Iran and we mirror image what we would like to be into Iran. Well, what we would like to be is not what's going on, and they will adopt genocidal measures to remain in power if they have to. Iran is in a corner today. They're in a corner because for many years, their principal leverage against Israel in the event of a major war was Hezbollah. Well, so what's happened to Lebanese Hezbollah is they have been decapitated. There's no leadership echelon that's visible to me. I'm sure they got people that are coming up. But those guys aren't exactly excited about talking on the phones or meeting because they're going to be struck by Israel when they are. Israel has demonstrated dazzling technological dominance in Lebanon, and it continues. And these strikes are going to continue. So at the same time, they've taken out the military command echelon, the political echelon. They've also, and this has not gotten as much coverage, they have systematically reduced the stocks of weapons that Hezbollah has. Hezbollah is not the force they were 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, a month ago. But the effect of that is that it further isolates Iran, which is why I would tell you today, right now, Iran is as weak as they have ever been. And so I am an unabashed two-state solution person. I've said that for as long as I've been around. My friends in Israel laugh at me when I make that point. They say you don't understand the complexities. I may not understand all the complexities, but I do know unless we come to some solution where there's going to be some form of sovereignty and quality of life in these areas, then you're going to fight forever. The nation that's in the corner is Iran. They are in trouble. Their principal ally in the region's gone, ineffective for a while. Maybe it'll come back, maybe it won't. But they don't have a lot of options. They've launched their big Sunday punch, and it landed largely on air. The last point I would tell you is a phenomena of Iranian state behavior that they lie to themselves on a biblical scale about the effectiveness of their attacks. I'll just leave it there. Sometimes they don't even understand just how bad the attack was, how much of a failure it was, because they lie endemically to themselves in the military chain of command.
We are actually seeing regional war right now, and we've seen close to it before, and it doesn't necessarily need hundreds of thousands of U.S. troops fighting for decades. There are other ways to do it.